What can you expect from an aging narcissist? They will only live with very painful karma. Allow me to extend a warm hello and offer you a heartfelt welcome. This video delves into the world of narcissists in their later years. Do they come to grips with the relentless march of time? In simple terms, do they change? I'm particularly curious about the possibility of their evolution and whether such changes are positive or negative. Additionally, the well-being of their loved ones in the external world is a significant concern. How do those close to narcissists perceive their relationships as they age? While I acknowledge that exceptions exist, it's challenging to provide definitive answers to these questions. Nevertheless, for now, let's concentrate on some common challenges faced by elderly narcissists and explore potential solutions. With these considerations in mind, I hope you find value in this video and consider subscribing to my channel. It's essential to remember that narcissists often exhibit a sense of entitlement. Some individuals may exhibit confrontational and egocentric traits. People with these characteristics might be overly sensitive, defensive, and resistant to criticism. Those who hold positions of authority may frequently engage in manipulative behaviors, often driven by a desire for increased control and power. In their earlier years, they may have drifted apart from past friends and romantic partners if they failed to nurture those connections. Alternatively, others may have distanced themselves from narcissists for their own well-being. It's worth noting that, like everyone else, narcissists can experience loneliness from time to time, which may lead to severe depression. Consequently, they may make efforts to forge new acquaintances or reconnect with old ones by accentuating their positive qualities. In their mid-30s, many narcissists go through a phase of denial. Some may grapple with an exaggerated sense of attractiveness, believing they are more alluring than reality suggests. However, it's unlikely that their charm will persist indefinitely. As they reach middle age, some narcissists may become hypersensitive to the signs of aging. In an attempt to defy the aging process, they may accumulate debt on hair dyes, new clothing, and anti-aging creams, all in pursuit of appearing younger. Certain narcissists may prefer younger companions or even enter into romantic relationships with them. In middle age, narcissistic mothers often strive to emulate their daughters, with one of the most effective methods for boosting their self-confidence being to remark on their resemblance to their sisters. In extreme cases, narcissistic parents may even try to charm or seduce their daughters' partners. Conversely, a narcissistic father may anticipate receiving the royal treatment from his own offspring. Such a father might see himself as the head of the family, or even the entire clan, considering both his relatives and descendants as potential rivals. Narcissists relish the opportunity to boast about their superior achievements in comparison to their peers. Furthermore, narcissistic parents may seek to steal the limelight from their children, subjecting them to rejection, criticism, or sabotage. When their child achieves something independently, they are quick to claim the credit. When adult offspring of a narcissist establish healthy boundaries with their partners, the narcissist may attempt to bypass this by maintaining contact with the grandchildren. Narcissistic grandparents frequently provide their grandchildren with mobile phones to stay connected at all times. These children are often courted by narcissists who shower them with gifts and attention, actions that their parents may consider inappropriate. Typically, a narcissist interprets parental criticism as evidence that the parents are terrible individuals. In a bid to prevent their descendants from bonding with an ex-spouse following their children's divorces, should the narcissist feel responsible for interfering too much, they might resort to extreme measures, including attempts to completely destroy the ex-spouse. While most parents continue to support their children post-divorce, there are instances where one parent may also support their former spouse. They lend an ear to their concerns, offer encouragement, and provide suggestions for improvement. As narcissists age, their fragile self-esteem becomes increasingly challenging to uphold. They grow more vulnerable and lose their physical allure, which previously set them apart. This decline in physical appeal diminishes their sexual desire, making it more difficult for them to maintain self-deception. It's conceivable that some individuals reflect deeply on their past achievements, seeking to gain favor by showcasing their accomplishments. Sadly, today's younger generation often lacks the same resources and opportunities for success as their parents and grandparents. They may remark that today's youth have it much easier than their forebears. Progress was a vital component of their success. On the other hand, some individuals may not evolve and instead exhibit remarkably childish behaviors. They frequently resort to temper outbursts as a means of protest when their requests are denied, occasionally displaying a furious disposition. Over time, they might start lamenting how unfairly society has treated them, discussing failed relationships, strategies, and the consequences of poor decision-making. They may feel compelled to abandon their ambitions to support their families, even if their claims go unbelieved. Resentment may fester toward ex-partners or others they perceive as responsible for their predicament. When people have more time to dwell on their problems, bitterness and resentment can intensify. I've also observed that narcissists tend to hold grudges for extended periods. Even decades later, narcissistic wounds can feel as fresh and debilitating as when initially inflicted. In this manner, they remember all the wrongs done to them, attempting to ignore the few instances when they behaved selfishly and disagreeably. Narcissists often shun responsibility for their errors and feel intense remorse when confronted. Regardless of the harm they cause or the people they exploit, they persist in seeing themselves as victims, perpetuating destructive patterns. When narcissists act on their desire for revenge, they risk alienating the few individuals who genuinely matter to them. Numerous factors contribute to the manifestation of control and manipulation at any age. If they're feeling lonely or isolated, they may not know how to seek help. Instead of solely focusing on their desires and needs, narcissists should consider alternative ways to fulfill them. However, such tactics may backfire if people learn how to stop providing assistance or find polite ways to decline invitations. Manipulation often involves the use of guilt and humiliation. After everything I've done for you, I don't have much time left. It's crucial to acknowledge that some older narcissists may feel threatened by the emergence of younger generations. Perhaps their extended lifespans have provided them with insights into the complexities of coercion and power dynamics. Moreover, it's not uncommon for covert narcissists to have a history of mysterious ailments. Despite consulting doctors extensively, no effective remedies have been found for their condition. Unfortunately, there is currently no known treatment, leaving them in a perpetual state of misery with no relief in sight. Traumatic moments, such as a head injury, a bullet wound, or a life-altering sports incident, remain etched in their memories, leaving little hope for recovery. To maintain a facade, they may force a smile in public, even if their descendants aren't genuinely excited to see them. However, they often find solace in activities they enjoy, which can temporarily alleviate their health issues. Nevertheless, years of accumulating self-destructive behavior may have eroded their self-confidence. As they age and become less mobile, they may need assistance from others, although their behavior can make it challenging to receive support. They may have few acquaintances or limited options to choose from. A narcissistic breakdown could occur at any moment as they realize their profound loneliness, with no one to turn to for help. Their deceptive and manipulative behaviors have been exposed, rendering them ineffective. Without a vulnerable population to exploit, their desperation may intensify. Considering your last question, let's explore how aging narcissists impact their closest relationships. It's natural for loved ones to feel uneasy, if not bewildered, about the narcissist's gradual decline with age. Victims of narcissistic abuse may harbor resentment towards their tormentors. Nevertheless, they may also come to regret their actions. They've reached their breaking point, unable to endure the continual criticism, falsehoods, demands, and lack of reciprocity from this individual any longer. Nevertheless, there is still a sense of compassion towards them. When hearing about the grave illness of someone they haven't spoken to in years, there's a natural inclination to reach out to offer support. In the later stages, the narcissist may astonish you with signs of improvement. They may have run out of excuses for their lies and see no benefit in continuing to deceive. This could create an opportunity for peace talks, with the narcissist finally offering the long-awaited apologies and closure to their victims. While there's some evidence to suggest that narcissists might improve with age, it's challenging to make definitive statements. One could argue that narcissists are more likely to be honest with themselves when they have no one left to deceive, no incentive to lie, and nothing to gain from deception. Acknowledging their mistakes and offering sincere remorse could be a step in the right direction. Upon realizing how little they value their own solitude, they may grapple with various regrets. Their reputation as a troublesome young adult is well known among all their acquaintances, suggesting that they might benefit from becoming more humble. This encapsulates the essence of an aging narcissist. Should you have any questions or require further advice, you always know where to turn. If you found this video helpful and insightful, consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support.